I remember Wes texting me right away and being like, dude, did you see the tight end we just drafted?
All right, Tom, our buddies at Verizon pulled out the mailbag again and got some questions from fans. You want to dive in?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, first one from Jennifer. Is there one throw more than any other you wish you could have another chance at?
Yes. I would say it always comes back to whenever the wish you could have done something different in your NFL career. It comes back to one game. The Super Bowl against the Giants.
Oh, no.
And late in the game, Randy Moss got behind the defense, and I threw the ball 1 yard short. It was probably the farthest throw of my career. Rolled to the right, and I threw it back across the field to Randy. And Randy had the defender beat. And if I put it out there 1 more yard, he probably catches that. And we kick the field goal, tie the game, go to overtime. Maybe win in overtime, but that would be the one.
Man, you can see the light just straining out of your eyes there. It's honestly kind of sad.
Yeah, it's worse than sad.
All right, we'll work through it.
Yeah.
Next question from Maria.
Okay.
Tom, what was your most memorable Super Bowl that you played in and why?
Most memorable Super Bowl was the first one, because there's nothing like the first in anything you do. That one in New Orleans, we had 1 week break between the championship game, beating Pittsburgh in the AFC Championship, and then going on to New Orleans. It was my first time ever being at a Super Bowl. The experience was incredible. We were 14-point underdogs against the Rams and found a way to beat the greatest show on turf. Adam Vinatieri, game-winning field goal. Ty Law, interception return for a touchdown. David Chief Patton catching a touchdown on the out and up just before halftime. It was an incredible defensive performance, and yeah, that one I'm never gonna forget.
Okay, next question is from Victor. Tom, when was the first time that you met Rob Gronkowski?
Wow, wish I could remember. His rookie year, I always remember him at practice his rookie year in the preseason. He was so fun and so awesome. And he was learning how to play the position, but there was a part about him which he brought so much childlike fun to everything that we did. And it's kind of what our organization needed, because, you know, we're a little serious at the Patriots at the time. And Gronk brought his own personal fun, levity to everything we did. And I love being his teammate.
Did you ever watch the draft? Do you remember what was going through your head when him and his entire family of 55 different Gronks were on stage headbutting each other?
So I remember that. And I didn't meet him at the time, obviously, but I remember Wes texting me right away and being like, dude, did you see the tight end we just drafted? And he was like laughing out loud at how funny it was that Gronk was jumping all around. And I don't think anyone's ever going to forget that draft moment. The Gronkowski's taking over the green room.
All-time great moment. I hear they put in a rule since then. They're cutting off family members at the draft these days.
Oh, there's enough Brady rules. There should be a Gronkowski rule, all right? Or at least one for you, Gronk.
Question from Matt.
Yep.
Hey, Tom, looking back at your career, what would you say was the most challenging time for you?
Wow, great question. There was a period in consecutive seasons where I blew out my knee in 2008. 2009, we came back and we had a terrible season. One of the worst seasons we had. We lost in the first round of the playoffs. 2010, we had a great season and lost in the first round of the Jets. 2011, we get beat by the Giants in the Super Bowl. 2012, we lose in the championship game to Baltimore. 2013, we lose in the championship game to Denver. So that period right there ended in a lot of tough losses and a pretty tough knee rehab. So I'd say that area right there actually made me appreciate what we accomplished in 2014. So remarkable. It actually brought so much kind of love back to everything we were doing, because sometimes when you work really hard at something and it doesn't pay off, you know, there's a lot of, I would call it scar tissue that builds up. Sometimes you think you're in a great position to succeed and you don't quite get the way you want it. And sometimes it can discourage you. I'm just proud that it motivated everybody to dig that much deeper to try to finally get the outcome we wanted by just doing things at a higher level and executing in a better way.
You really have no idea how Jets and Browns fans feel hearing Tom Brady talk about the darkest times of his career being a playoff game loss and a run of AFC Championship game appearances.
Well, you're right. That's great perspective. I don't necessarily have that perspective, but the question was directed toward me, so that was the answer.
That's a good problem. That's Tom Brady's problem. Okay, Tom, next question.
Yep.
What would you have done if you didn't play football?
I have not the slightest fucking idea what I would have done. Okay? Plain and simple. I have no clue.
Would have gone to Verizon maybe, right? Interned over there.
It's a good idea.
Worked way up the ladder. It's a great company.
What could I have done there? A lot of jobs at Verizon. I don't know. I probably went on the hardware department. I wouldn't have been in that.
Tom, a great question from Tyler here. What might fans miss watching a game on TV, and how can they better grasp football's strategy and flow?
Such a great question. I actually don't think TV actually does the game justice in terms of all the complexity of the game, because I even know from broadcasting, there's only so much I can explain in a short period of time, and the camera follows the ball an awful lot. So you see so much called on-ball movement, but the reason why the game works is all the off-ball movement, and we just don't get a chance to describe it that much. So I would say try to watch some all 22 film with breakdowns of people that you really like or can listen to. A lot of people do these kind of breakdowns just to understand the nuances of each individual play. There's so much to every play, both plays that are made and not made. You can always look at it as a good offensive play or a bad defensive play, or vice versa, but the nuances to the game, it's so intricate. There's so many things happening at once. It's almost like an opera. There's so much choreography going into everyone, and there's so many people involved. And when it's done right, it looks pretty easy. But as we know in the NFL, it's really hard to do right consistently over time.
I like thinking about some guy in Detroit this week telling his wife, Tom Brady told me I have to watch all 22, babe. Sorry, I'm busy.
Another subscription. Go get it done. No excuses.